urges Serengeti boys not to get drunk on their success. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. First, the national news. President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. John Pombe Magufuli, has laid a foundation stone for the construction of a new cylinder bridge and its arterial roads. The president also requested Tanzanians to work together with his government in a bid to successfully complete various development projects. President Dr. John Magufuli made those remarks while he was laying the foundation stone for the cylinder bridge and its arterial roads, which will have a distance of 6.3 kilometers. The construction of both the bridge and its arterial roads will cost a sum of around 277 billion shillings, which is being provided by the governments of Tanzania and Korea as a loan.
Kuwasihi wa Tanzania kuwa changamoto na vikwazo tunavyopitia visitukatishe tamaa.
I would like to urge every Tanzanian that the obstacles and challenges we face must not discourage us. Rather, we should keep on working hard to bring us development. We're here to lay the stone for the construction of Cylinder Bridge. My call to the contractors is that they must complete this project on time. I know that Korea has experienced contractors and engineers on roads and bridges. My hope is that in 30 months period from October 2018, this project will be constructed in the specified period.
Mradi huu katika kipindi hicho walichopewa utaweza kukamilika.
Napenda niwahakikishie mabalozi kwamba mradi huu hautagusa nyumba.
I would like to assure honorable ambassadors that this project will not interfere with your property, but it will come close to the road reserve. Honorable President, we got the contractor for this project from Korea by the name of JS Engineering at 243.75 billion shillings.
Bilioni 243.75.
4 people who are residents of Tarime, Butiama and Aurora districts in Mara region have each been sentenced to 360 years in prison after the Mara Regional Resident Magistrate found them all guilty of having committed 12 crimes of armed robbery. Magistrate Stanley Julius also said that around December 2nd, 2016, the suspects attacked a guest house in Magunga village, Butiama district around 1 a.m. at night, while bearing weapons such as a small machine gun, machetes and axes. Magistrate Julius Mwakihamba stated that the suspects were able to rob a little of over 2 million shillings and 2 mobile phones from 12 complainants who they then injured with gunshots. After those explanations, the court gave the following suspects, Simon Mwita and Chacha Nyaira, who are residents of Tarime district, Zephania Mabura, a resident of Kitaramanka in Butiama district, and Boke Mwita the chance to defend themselves. Now, following the defense, the court sentenced each of the 4 suspects to spend 30 years in prison for each of the 12 criminal offenses committed, which means that each of the 4 suspects will spend 306 years in prison. Now, the boundary conflict between the prisons of force in Mkono Wamara and residents of Mkono Wamara has been resolved after land experts from Morogoro district, along with experts from prisons headquarters and the residents, verified the borders of the contested areas.
Zoezi hilo lilifanyika kwa muda wa siku 2.
This exercise was conducted for 2 days. Borders surrounding Mara region and the army base were surveyed by experts from Morogoro District Council. After survey, it was discovered that some of the area used by the prison service for farming, which is located near Ngerengere River, is near Mkono wa Mara village, and some of the land used by Mkono wa Mara village belonged to the prison's service.
Sitaki mtafaruku utoke.
I don't want to be any conflict. Those using land they are not supposed to must leave. If there is more land in the village, then those who will leave land belonging to the prison service should apply for land. But also I ask the prison service to return land that belongs to the village.
Toke kwenye yale maeneo.
Mtu kama ndio hivyo basi kweli mimi tukaendeleza upande mwingine.
We had built another house, but I received a call that land officials had arrived, so I don't know how this affects us.
Now, a large number of passengers, many of them accompanied by children, have become really distressed for more than 4 to 5 hours as they were looking for buses which were traveling to the regions. Others among them complained that the Sumatra-sanctioned daladalas were increasing the cost of fare and not charging the fare that was directed by Sumatra. For their part, the leaders of the Tanzania Bus Owners Association, TABOA, not only praised the exercise to inspect tickets, but also the fact that measures are being taken against bus owners who increase their fares.
We're telling the government to have nice system in its country so as we don't struggle. We're asking the government to overlook on this, especially this festive season. The condition of transport has really been an issue, especially this festive season. As to many, we are traveling back homes, while others are even going to funerals. Now there are not enough buses. We're even trying to ask Sumatra for more legalized buses so as we can... Warning to passengers, if an agent with tickets without proper identification approaches you, you should decline, because it's best you go to the required offices and have proper ticketing rather than get them locally.
Over 400 acres of various crops including maize, tomatoes, cabbage, okra and watermelons owned by Chemchem village in Moshi district, Kilimanjaro region have been destroyed by livestock from villagers in Simanjiro district, Manyara region, causing the great losses.
Madhara yaliyotokea ya wakulima.
The damage that has been caused is extensive. As you can see, this farm right here, livestock came in and ate everything. You could see there was no one to herd the cattle. Projects that were initiated by donors stalled because we were required to remove the livestock. The livestock comes from Simanjiro to this place. It is the same thing with fishing, whereby you find the two districts are related. Our directive last year was that livestock that had invaded farms, almost 4 hectares worth of crops had been eaten up. So how can we help these people? We've decided to work together on this with the Regional Commission for Manyara.
Tanzania Electricity Supply Company TANESCO has conducted a special operation successfully capturing 40 people found to be involved in theft of electricity in Dar es Salaam. An action has already been taken against them, including shutting off the electricity and preparations to take them before legal organs. Now, moving on, one of the sources that takes water to Rufiji River at Rungwa Forest Reserve Kizigo Muhesi in Itigi Council, Manyoni district, is in danger of drying up due to invaders cutting down forests. Now, speaking during the launch of the tree planting exercise in Manyoni and Itigi Council, the managing director of Itigi Council, Pius Luhende, had said that due to the large Stigler's Gorge electricity project in Rufiji. The council is preparing oversee and ensure the removal of the invaders from the river's sources.
The source of hydropower is right here in Itigi. It is the source of Rufiji River. So those who have illegally settled there, we shall inform you our decision and assist you in the implementation of decisions made. In dealing with those who cause damage to our forests, we advise the government to lower the cost of gas so as to reduce over-reliance on wood as a source of fuel, to continuously give education on forest conservation, and to work with the police in the fight against charcoal trade. These people are causing a lot of harm. You see, we have Stigler's Gorge project in Rungwa. How can we allow them to continue destroying our forests? Land has been divided for specific use, such as farming, grazing, and some for conservation, so we cannot allow these illegal settlers to carry on.
Residents of some villages of Mwanga district, Kilimanjaro region are unable to go to areas where they can access essential services like health due to the fact that some experts usually rehabilitated rural roads without involving them. Now, in addition to thanking the government for setting aside funds for rural roads, they have said that the funds will not help them if the experts continue not to heed their advice.
We would like to be involved. In the past, they used to do so. These roads were constructed by our elders from way back. We are asking to be involved when money is given to such projects. We had advised the council that for mountain roads under 20 million budget, there is no need to get a contractor. If the money could be used by the people to construct the road themselves, then this road could be passable in all seasons. I ask this to be taken into consideration so these roads could go back to the local residents and Tarura. They know how the road network is like. You cannot just go about blindly.
And the government, working with Tanzania Farmers Network Group Mviwata in Ruvuma region, has today provided title deeds to 557 farmers in 4 villages within Songea district so as to remove land conflict among them as well as lift them economically.
In 2018, land survey has been carried out in Lushoga, Mukulu and Mkokotema, and 557 title deeds have been issued. We had no title deeds, which resulted in a lot of conflicts, and our leaders could not do anything to find a resolution. But now title deeds will reduce conflict. Land that we've surveyed will be used for agriculture. Surveyed land has more value, and the title deed can be used to secure a loan.
And that is the end of national news. International news follows next. And in international news, now drug experts in Kenya have strongly opposed the passing of a law on food and drugs regulation in Kenya, as has been proposed by the Ministry of Health, and instead want the 2 categories to be separated. The Kenyan government intends to pass the law so as to go along with the agreement made by the East Africa Community.
This law, which involves mixing food and drugs, if not overlooked properly, it might bring effects to Kenyans. Like example, in America, they tried keeping FDA, which looks at food and drugs together, but with no success. So now what they're doing is trying to revisit on this, unlike Europe, who have distinguished between food and drugs. So here in Kenya, we want to do the same.
And there's a push from EAC to say We will stop buying from Kenya if we don't adopt it. Foods are separate from medicine so that the experts in food can give it focus.
A Kurdish-led alliance in Syria says President Donald Trump's surprise decision to withdraw U.S. troops will allow the Islamic State's IS group to recover.
A massive move that will dramatically change the landscape of the war in Syria, and one not many saw coming. The U.S. president tweeting out that ISIS has been defeated, and that was the only reason U.S. troops were in Syria.
We have won against ISIS. We've beaten them, and we've beaten them badly. We've taken back the land, and now it's time for our troops to come back home.
But according to the U.S. government, the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant is not actually defeated, a point stressed by the president's own State Department just last week.
I think it's fair to say Americans will remain on the ground after the physical defeat of the caliphate until we have the pieces in place to ensure that that defeat is enduring.
The move comes after a phone call between President Trump and President Erdogan of Turkey. He's made clear he wants to target the Kurds who have fought beside the U.S., and that is more difficult to do if U.S. troops are in his way. Just a few months ago, the president himself heralded the sacrifice the Kurds have made.
Okay. We're trying to get along very well. We do get along great with the Kurds. We're trying to help them a lot.
And that is the end of international news. Business news follows next.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
To be rich, I have to be a business person.
It's not an easy road at all.
People need to understand. You must quickly think, how cost effective are you going to be?
Business acts as a way in which it can bridge that gap.
Business Edition will keep you informed on latest developments in the financial sector, extractive industry, tourism, agriculture, energy, construction, and so much more. Meet entrepreneurs who create employment opportunities. Watch Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and in business news tonight. Now, mobile company Tigo has launched an electronic payment system for water charges in Tanga region so as to stop delays in payment of water bills for users of the services.
So now, more than 7 million customers of Tigo Pesa can do easier, faster payments by using USSD, which is *150*01#, or using Tigo Pesa app. We have eased a system of getting money through using a system of GBG, which eases payment from wherever you will be.
Small and large-scale entrepreneurs in Morogoro region have been urged to use opportunities resulting from large construction projects currently taking place in the region and conduct various businesses which will be needed, as well as to grow their capital so that they can benefit economically from the many foreigners who will be there in construction of the project.
How are you prepared with this new fast-moving train? This is a question we should all ask ourselves, because these preparations are almost done. We have many kinds of opportunities from land and so on, so as to eradicate poverty with our citizens of Morogoro.
Some passengers who were unable to travel due to the fact that Fastjet airline company has been banned from providing services in the country have gone to the offices to claim their airfares. Now, despite the airline promising to be in their offices today to return their fares, the doors of the offices were shut, leading to the arrival of the acting managing secretary of air travel.
Na hiyo siku ya tukio ambayo tulikuja hapa kuja kuulizia hiyo swala, huyu jamaa
that they will be open from 8 a.m. And we did question, what if we come and they don't open? But he didn't respond. Today we have come and the offices are locked. After saying we're calling ITV and Makonda, then came out one of the leaders here who assured us that all will be well.
Wakaona tiketi yangu hii hapa, walipoona wakasema basi nenda.
They saw my ticket and told me to come on the 20th. Now today we have come and the doors are locked. So we are asking them to return our money so that we make arrangements for other transportation.
Tunahitaji hela zetu watulishi mapema ili tufanye usafiri mwingine.
Kwa hiyo tunawasihi uongozi wa FastJet waweze kutimiza.
We are asking FastJet to fulfill their promise to the passengers and make sure passengers get their payments back so as to proceed with other ways, as they won't be getting transport from them.
Walipe na kurudishia abiria haki zao kwa kuwa hawatoweza kupata tena haki yao ya usafiri.
And that is the end of business news. Sports news follows next.
What's up? My name is Sean Garnier.
I'm John Barnes from Liverpool Football Club. The hip hop, a hip it, the hip it, hip hop. You don't stop the rockin' to the bang bang boogie. Say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear?
I'm watching Sports Gazette. I'm watching Sports Gazette.
And you're watching Sports Gazette
with Sebastian.
With
Sebastian. Peace out.
Yes! And you can also watch Sports Gazette for highlights and interviews regarding sports. Do not miss Sports Gazette every Wednesday at 7 p.m. only on Capital Television.
And in sports news, the Minister of Information, Culture, Arts and Sports, Dr. Harrison Mwakembe, has urged national under-17 team Serengeti boys not to get drunk on their current success, but to work harder and do even better. When welcoming the team to a meal he had prepared for them, the team's patron, Dr. Reginald Mengi, commended them for bringing the COSAFA trophy back home and commended President Magufuli as well for helping Taifa Stars.
Epukeni na kiburi.
Avoid pride, alcohol and all bad habits. Instead, add more efforts to yourselves and do more hard work. Honorable Minister, we are asking you to send our greetings. I won't say much, but that our journey we will come back because we can. Those words.
We can. Must. We will.
The Taifa Cup basketball tournament being held in Simiyu region has continued earlier this morning at Bariadi City Council grounds, with teams showcasing their skills in the competition. The host team from Simiyu was able to demolish the Shinyanga Bowl team by 97-61, and later on the team from Tanga won against the team from Mara by 97-52.
We have participated in the competition this time, which are really good. There are challenges, yes. So far, we have done 3 matches and won 1. Now we will go and put more effort and practice so that next year we come and participate to win. We are coming back with a cup, so they should come and receive us to support and celebrate with us.
And police are investigating an incident that saw Tottenham's Dele Alli struck on the head by a plastic bottle during their 2-0 win at on Wednesday.
Stadium during the German midfielder was hit near the as Arsenal prepared to take a throw-in the 73rd minute. The Metropolitan Police says it was working with Arsenal to try to identify the person responsible.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. Thank you for watching and good night.
Ofa kabambe ni msimu mwingine wa sikukuu ya mwisho wa mwaka, na vituo vyako bora kabisa vya Capital Television na Capital Radio vinakupa ofa kabambe ya punguzo la bei kwenye matangazo yake. Kwa upande wa televisheni ni matangazo ya graphics, na upande wa radio ni matangazo madogo madogo, yani casual adverts. Ofa hii itaanza tarehe 1 mwezi Desemba hadi tarehe 30 mwezi Januari mwaka 2019. Karibu ufurahie ofa hii, ukuze biashara yako. Kwa maelezo zaidi wasiliana na idara ya masoko kwa simu namba 2775914 au nukushi 2775915 au barua pepe advertise@itv.co.tz.
Kitabu cha I Will sasa kinapatikana kwenye maduka ya kuuza vitabu yafuatayo: Dar es Salaam, A Novel Idea, Slipway Msasani,